All right, Coach, open thoughts on the game.
I mean, it was going to be a tough day for us. We knew if we could get through the day, we'd probably have a chance. Just not really. We didn't really know who we were even going to start till 2 or 3 hours before the game, just kind of bouncing around on who would be good to go. And it's tough against a really good team to be in a bullpen type situation. And we're running guys out on their second, third outing. It just kind of wasn't in the cards. I'm very proud of the way the guys fought. I just feel like we ran out of bullets against a really good team.
Yeah, Coach, the energy. I mean, it's hard to day after day. It seemed like it just didn't quite have the extra go like you would need in the championship tournament.
Well, it starts on the mound. I mean, if your guy goes out and throws up a 0 in the first inning, you'd feel pretty good about your chances. But when you're it was fine after the first, then you're looking at an 8-2 game in the second inning. I mean, I never counted us out. I feel like we threw everything that we could out there, and unfortunately, I mean, there's things that, it just sucks because we lost like 7 arms this year just through the course of the year, injuries. Two guys that we were probably would have been in conference starters, and one guy that was a back end arm that's upper 90s, and they never threw a pitch for us. And it was almost probably better that they didn't throw a pitch for us because nobody realized that we lost them except for the coaching staff. But so some years it's just not your year. I mean, if we hit the line drive with the bases loaded to first base when it was 8-2 and they turned the double play, I mean, if that ball's 2 feet to the left, 2 feet to the right, it's an 8-5 game right there. And then who knows what's going to happen. Their guy made a hell of a play. He made a really good play.
Coach, can you just speak to how much of a dice roll this whole week is? I don't think you ran out the same lineup in any of the games. You kind of, had to go to different guys on the mound, like you said. So it's kind of just a crapshoot out here.
Well, I mean, we were banged up coming in. I mean, it was Lane Allen's out there playing with a dislocated shoulder every game, and it was just piecing it together. But that's probably what I'm most proud of those guys. That I don't know that anybody else could have overcame probably what they overcame. And they never blinked. Nobody felt sorry for themselves. They just kept fighting.
Coach, combined with the injuries that you mentioned, just the lack of days off, what does that do to your team in a game like this?
I mean, that's tough. Not having, getting in the loser's bracket the first day and not having any days off, playing 4 games in 3 days or whatever we did. It's just tough. It's hard to bounce back. And, it's tough asking guys to go out there for their second and third time and really be sharp, as sharp as they could possibly be. I mean, Shaw was really good, 2 days ago. He got 1 day off and, he just wasn't real sharp today. And, they're already a good enough hitting team, with that. And if you go out there without your good stuff, it makes your life pretty difficult.
Coach, I want to ask about Ethan. He's batted 700 for the team. I think on the board it said he had 14 hits, 10 RBIs, and vice versa. But just tell me about what you like from him as a leader and what you saw in him.
Well, Ethan Gonzalez kind of sums up this group of guys. He didn't have the best year. He was our starting catcher last year and kind of lost his job a little bit to Quintanar. And he was in and out of the lineup a lot. And he carried us the entire postseason. I mean, what you guys saw, he did that the whole regional and the super regional. In the elimination game against Wharton, the first championship game, we're down 5-2, and he hit a 2-run home run to make it 5-4. And I mean, just what can you say? The guy could have quit at any time. He could have felt sorry for himself that you're talking about a guy that caught the last out of a national championship, not getting to play every day. And the guy just kept fighting, man, and fought his way in there. And, hell, the last 2 days we're hitting the guy in the 5-hole, and he was hitting 8th or 9th most of the season. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I should have played him more. But yeah, just what a courageous, just gritty effort by that guy.
Coach, you inherited a program in 2022 that had 15 wins, and you guys hit the reset button, and 3 years later, you got 3 appearances here in a row. So I think the arrow's still pointing up. You got to feel good about, what you've been able to do. So can you just kind of reflect on this run? Hopefully 4 next year, but 3's pretty darn good.
This is the goal every year. I would say to get back here with 2 returning starters, really 1.5, and we had 5 innings pitched from last year back on the mound, so it was a whole new crew. The arrow definitely looks good to me. I think we only threw 1 sophomore, Brock Eddy, in this tournament. All those guys were freshmen, so we got to hang on to them. But at the end of the day, that's why you sign good players, is you give them an opportunity to go play somewhere else. And if they choose to do that, then we'll support them.
Anything else? All right, Coach. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
All right, guys. Pick up the microphone. Make sure you speak into it, please. Introduce yourselves. Starting from my left, your right.
My name is Dayton Lachance, catcher for McLennan.
Marcus Smith, outfielder for McLennan.
Tyler Johnson, head coach of McLennan.
Coach, opening thoughts on this.
That was just a hard-fought game on both sides of things. You can see they're one of the best teams in the country. They battled back in there, and our guys just kept being relentless, which has been what we've talked about all year long. And they're relentless on the mound, relentless at the plate, relentless on the bases, relentless on defense. I'm just really proud of how they handled it. Definitely earned that one.
Coach, talk about coming after tough loss last night and the errors. Tell me how your kids responded, how they handled that, and to get back up for a game like this. Sometimes it's hard to come back after a loss like that and the fireworks and everything else.
Yeah, it's difficult to come back from that, but these guys did a really good job of just moving on. Said it last night, the fireworks show definitely helped take the mind off things pretty quickly. But we knew we had a job to do. We knew we wanted to keep playing and being around each other every day. And so those guys moved on. And look at the play Cage McLeod made in the last inning right there. He's one of the guys that struggled a little bit yesterday and came through today and did an awesome job.
Coach, your game Thursday is going to be against the last undefeated team in the tournament, whoever it may be. What did you like from this game to take into that game, and what did you not like from this game that you don't want to take into that game?
There wasn't really anything I didn't like from this game. It was a really good job of just battling. That's a good team across the field from us, and they did a really good job of staying in there and not giving up. But our guys did a good job too. We threw strikes on the mound. We played good defense, and we really swung the bats really well. Took our approach that we work on all year and did a really good job.
And following up to that game being on Thursday, what do you think you'll do with your day off?
Definitely rest. Definitely give these guys some rest. They've earned it. But we'll get to work, go hit in the cages a little bit, maybe go up to the monument. Hadn't been up there yet, but these guys have earned a little bit of rest.
They got to ask you about the Grand Slam, being up in that situation. Have you ever been in that situation before? And what were you thinking?
I'm always batting like 5 or 4 hole this season, which is like Marcus, Spencer, Daniel, and Sherman always get on base or always do a good job to get on base. So I've been in that situation actually way too much this year when you think about it. But it was fun. I've had some up and down the tournament, but it's just fun to came clutch in that moment.
Coach, I want to come back to you again. I want to ask you about that last at bat versus Ethan Gonzalez and Cade Weibel, is that how you say it?
Weibel.
So Gonzalez, like you were hearing us talk to Dusty about batting 700, he's having a great postseason. What was your confidence like with Cade going into that last at bat?
Cade's been one of our go-to guys out of the bullpen all year. Definitely had him ready. The reason we had him ready in that moment is it was a high leverage moment. Had a chance to win the game too, but it was their best hitters, and we wanted to make sure one of our best guys was on the mound. And he did a really good job of just attacking the zone, and his stuff plays. Ethan's had a heck of a tournament, heck of a postseason, heck of a career at Blinn, and so wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to get him out. And Cade did a really good job of attacking right there.
you get up early and then Blinn starts to claw back in this game a little bit. What does it say about your players? Just kind of slam that door shut on them.
I mean, these guys have been working hard all year long. They believe in one another. It's such a special group, and I'm really excited to be around them for a little bit longer. But really, these guys just stick with it. They believe in one another. They pick each other up, and that's what they were doing today. Whether that was at the plate, on the mound, on defense, whatever it was, they were picking each other up. And even though Blinn was fighting back, we still had the fight in us too, and definitely put a stop to it. And they did a really good job.
Marcus, I'm curious about your mindset coming into a game today after a loss versus going into a game Thursday after a win.
No, not any different. Just trying to compete every single AB, every single pitch. I mean, our group of guys, we love to compete. So, we knew we had Blinn. So it was just a good game to go and compete no matter what. So,
Talk about your home run there early in the game. Big at bat. Did you guys really keep going?
No, yeah, just getting a good pitch to swing at. I mean, I think I saw 2 pitches before then. I've seen that guy before in the fall. We faced him in the fall. So, had a little bit of history on him, but, just trying to get a good pitch to hit and take a good swing on it.
Yeah, Coach. Really, they're in the. I think it was the 7th. They had the bases loaded, and you guys get out of it, or no, the 6th, and they get the one across, but you get out of it, and then you guys in the bottom of the 6th, bases loaded, come up with a big hit. I thought that was a crucial point because it seemed like the momentum was shifting. Your thoughts on that inning there, how big that was?
Yeah, no, something we talk to the pitching staff about, especially up here, is, hey, you're going to give up some runs. You just got to figure out how to way to minimize. When you come in with people on base or you have a situation where there's bases loaded or anything like that, it's just trying to minimize, whether that's on defense or on the mound. You're just trying to minimize as much as possible. And us getting out of there with just giving up one run was a big deal, especially in this ballpark, in this setting. It's really hard to keep big numbers off the board, and the guys did a good job of just attacking and believing in each other in that moment.
Anybody else? All right, fellas.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna take this water. I'm thirsty.